everyone, Angelo here. How are you feeling? Making my healthy breakfast. Well, you can't even see my room. Apple cider vinegar and lemon juice for a drink. Coffee for another drink. Man, I slept well. Oh my goodness. I had some intense nightmares. When I've been going to bed earlier lately, and also I've been sleeping with less interruptions because I've gotten much better at controlling my bladder and being able to not get up so many times throughout the night to urinate. Now it just might be 3 or 4 times if I sleep long instead of like literally like 6 to 8 times. It was horrible how much I would go for. Last night, oh my goodness, these dreams I had. I dreamed I was at Michael Cerrito from his house, Tom Sizemore character, the absolute sociopath. Because I've been studying Heat, I've been retyping out the script to Heat word for word. I'm like over 100 pages in. So I had a dream I was at his house. And even though in the movie this wouldn't have happened, I won't spoil it if you didn't see it, but they have the huge shootout in downtown LA with the police. And it was funny, I was watching that again lately and I'm like, in real life that would be so horrifying. Even think about it, like from the thieves' perspective, like you think you're going to do this huge bank heist and leave the country and it's going to be clean and you're going to have no troubles and you'll be untouchable by the law. To go from that to, we have to, shoot our way out and kill a bunch of people, kill a bunch of cops, and it's horrible. And to be like, well, that's the life. Like, if our lives are cut short, so be it. But to like live held with that. But in my dream, okay, Michael Cerrito, like if in my dream somehow it's like I was already at the shootout, even though the dream started afterwards, and we were at Michael Cerrito's house for his like daughter's birthday party or something. And I don't know, Cerrito was messing with me or something. I don't know. It was scary because I'm like, we're gonna get caught by the police. We're like the number one most wanted criminals in the world right now. And what happened? It was like the police came, and then Cerrito shot and killed a cop, and like the police came for me, and I was like running across these little rooftops of something. I don't know. It was super. It was dream logic, a dream world. It didn't make sense. It wasn't like a real house. It was more like a one-room box. And anyways, I jumped off the roof, and the cops caught me, and I was like, damn, that's it. Life is over. That ended that part of the dream. Then I dreamed I was at Michael Hearn's house, the bodybuilder, and I woke up at his place like I had stayed the night, like after a party or something, because I was at a party Saturday night, but I didn't stay the night there. And I felt guilty because like I slipped on my diet, and it's like I should be ripped by now. And I am somewhat cut, but not all the way. I should lose at least another like 10 pounds. I gained a few pounds over the weekend. Now the good thing is, with the diet, I can just shed it right off. Already between yesterday and today, I cut down 3 pounds. So a lot of that weight is, water weight. Also, I did go number 2, so a lot of that was there. But you get the idea. It's like I felt guilty. I'm like, damn, like I'm letting his team down. They're expecting me to follow this meal plan. And I don't know what voice I just did. And anyways, it was scary. Drink my apple cider vinegar with lemon juice. I also had this thought as I was drifting in and out of my deep sleep last night. And I realized deep sleep's really important for my body to recover, especially as you get older. Recover from workouts. Because, I've been working out again, trying to go hard, and also just can't manage to stop. I think I'll take a break this weekend, but then, I was riding my bike to my friend's party. It's his birthday party. And it was uphill for 2 miles in the rain. And it was just so, such a slog. I enjoyed it. Anyway, so you realize, man, you could, like Michael Hearn says, you're just going to deplete your body unless you're resting and recovering enough and getting the right nutrition. And he says you build muscle while you sleep. That's when you do it. So I believe him. So I'm like, okay, gotta sleep better. That's like doctor's orders. So I went to sleep fairly early last night. Ate a healthy diet yesterday. Went for a walk. Tried to get my sunlight. And I just had this thought, while I was enjoying going to sleep early. Because when I go to sleep early, when I wake up, in the middle of the night, a little delirious and having to go to the bathroom and stuff, I look at the clock sometimes to see what time is it. Am I going to have to get up soon? I looked at my phone to see the time in the middle of the night. It was 9:30 at night. I'm like, that is awesome. I still get a full night of sleep ahead of me because I went to sleep at 7 o'clock. I'm like, that is so cool that I get to wake up and I'm like, oh, I still get a full night of sleep after this. It's not like, oh, I wake up and I have to go to work soon or get up soon. But when I was doing that, I was thinking, life's too short to be in a work situation that I just don't like. It's not that I don't like my job. I actually really love what I do, like the film, library, archiving stuff. I love the detail of it. But I'm like, I'm outgrowing it, and it's fine. It's not like urgent, like I have to leave right now, but I'm like, I have to cut down to 4 days a week and make it non-negotiable, because I will not be accountable to this job for my life, and they are certainly not accountable to me, meaning anytime they want to fire me, let me go, whatever they can, they're not going to show loyalty. So, it really gave me my brain. That's the thing. It was like my muscles recovering, but my brain was recovering. I've toyed with this idea for months and months, every day, that I'm going to work 4 days a week, and I'm just going to tell them I'm going to work 4 days a week. So there you go. I'm going to take Fridays off. Now, I do have a ton of vacation time, so I could literally take Fridays off, paid Fridays, for 3 months. But before I go forward with that step, I want to make sure I have the work lined up for extra work I can do, editing gigs and stuff. And I'm like, I know I will, regardless, because I have so much writing I need to do. I need to get on this. I need to, talk to my manager and just explain, I have this vacation time. Rather than take a big vacation, I would like to just take 1 day, maybe 2 days a week, and start planning those out. And just do that, because it's I can also, when I do that step, it's like I'm opening myself up for more work. I'm taking the step I need to actually get more work. First of all, do a lot of writing, because I'm back in classes and I really want to ace these classes. And I was basically just studying and writing and going over my assignments all day yesterday. And then I was watching, because there are multiple other classes within our semester. And so I was watching like the recordings of the other classes and trying to and taking notes on those, like what other people were doing in their classes and what the teachers were saying. And I was, again, taking lots of notes on my own stuff, realizing what my mistakes were this week, because we do writing assignments every week, and then we hear what our mistakes were, and we discuss them. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, here's where I was messing up, and I'm really going at it. And I'm like, I'm only doing this because I had a Monday off. I could be doing this every week. The weekends are not enough freaking time to do this. 2 days. And I'm like pushing my schedule to the limit, like morning and night, cut out social media. Like I decided yesterday I'm just not going to watch a movie. I thought I'd watch one of Andrei Tarkovsky's movies. But that also his movies are long, so most of them are going to take like 2.5 hours. And I'm like, no, this is more important. I have to do this. But that's what it's like. It's like, okay, I already have enough work, so I realize I just have to do it. So I'm going to start thinking about that, or not start thinking about it, but I want to get started on that soon. Now I already had a day off this week. I don't need to take off a second day this week, but I want to see, or maybe take a day off in the middle of the week, like Wednesdays or something. I'll see. I think 3 days in a row, Fridays, make sense. Anyways, I'm like, that's what we need. We need to have 4-day work weeks. This is absurd. Like, I see how hard. Oh, I knew I always forget something. Protein powder. I'm pushing myself to try and have like a balanced life and a schedule, and thank goodness I can. I still feel those little pains of like how much it hurt when I was just piss poor. I was broke, homeless, couldn't afford to have the little things in life that, not even homeless, that wasn't even the worst in a way, because at least for most of my time homeless, I didn't have to deal with the constraints of a job. I could just feel yesterday that old feeling in my body of the pain of when I lived in Annandale or Arlington, how broke I was, and just how much it hurt that like I couldn't go do the things I wanted. I couldn't have a decent life. It hurt. And it's like I never want that, and I'm like, so many people go through that, and it's like everyone should be able to live decently in a decent place. It hurt not knowing how I could make money. That was such a bad pain. Like it would just hurt me so much. I'm like, damn, I'm stuck here, Annandale, and also now knowing about urbanism and city design and like, the benefits of dense walkable cities, and how the social benefits, the mental health of like being connected to people, connected to communities. It hurts so much being in Annandale. I realize walking on roads that are designed only for cars, and you're on this tiny strip of sidewalk, and you may occasionally see someone walking out. It just hurts so much to know like we're not here to live our lives. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. We're here on the road that's designated for cars. It's like this is a town where cars live, and that's so much of Virginia in America, and we're just encroaching on the place where cars are, as opposed to where people belong. And the places where people belong, I could not afford to be, and or they're all simulated, like shopping malls. That's not like real streets. And I was walking through a part of my neighborhood yesterday that was like that, where it's like, oh, you walk on one of the main roads, the main thoroughfares, and you realize it's all for cars. And it was starting to depress me again. It's like, I remember that feeling, and I never want to forget that feeling. So anyways, I was thinking all that, I'm like, it got to my subconscious, I think, last night, where I'm like, yeah, life's too short to think, oh, I don't want to shake things up at work. I don't want my boss thinking I don't need to work hard. First of all, they know absolutely all the overtime I've done that I absolutely am willing to work hard. And just the fact that I get more done than anybody, and nobody has as much stuff to do as I do. At least within certain departments that I coordinate with. I don't know about other ones. But nobody wants to do the work too. That's the thing that I'm doing. I really enjoy it. I find it deeply stimulating. But I also know, like, you get it. Like, I'm getting that feeling of, like, yeah, I'm outgrowing this. I see there's another path, and I'm going to have to not wait until, like, I can't wait until it's apparent. I have to excavate it for myself by taking that time off work. Let's see, I will add my fruit. Antioxidants. I'm going to eat more pickles. That's my New Year's resolution because they're so healthy. And a little extra raisins because I'm not actually getting enough carbs throughout my day for my meal plan. Batman's sneaking up on the roof.
Right now, it's 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyway, it's set the high of 58 degrees. Would you also like to check the air quality?
Also, you notice I only put 1 scoop of protein powder in here. I'm experimenting because Michael Hearn says don't work out on a fast in the morning. I always do that, and I don't mind. I like it, and some people do. I know Terry Crews does, or he did at least. I don't know if he still does, but now I try and get up, have 1 scoop of protein powder when I get up, and then work out, and then have the other one with my breakfast. See how that works. I'm not even really feeling any different, just seeing if it makes any difference for me day to day. But yeah, I want to keep varying up the diet. And I'm really, really good now about not spending extra money. And just finding my contentment from the things I do. My writing, walks, making videos, watching videos about filmmaking, about screenwriting. I've been watching all this stuff about how the Batman was made. I love that movie. Didn't expect necessarily anything from it because I'm like, oh, why do we need another Batman movie? It's actually amazing. Like I realized watching it, oh, I love this movie. This is incredible. All right, hold on. Oh, yeah, I don't need to hold my food. I can just set it there. Project Baby, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I had way too much junk food this weekend at my friend's party. I pigged out like a mofo on like basically a dozen donuts. It was too much. All right, back on the wagon. Life's too short to compromise like myself. Yes, the job pays pretty well. The money makes a huge difference. Oh my goodness. But I need to set clearer boundaries because I'm like, if I'm feeling this for weeks and weeks now, I know it's something, it's speaking to me and I have to speak it. Also, I may get an editing gig, an ongoing editing gig for someone. And if I do, I want to make sure, that's the other thing I want to wait for, to see what days to pick off or if I should pick them selectively. Because depending what days this person that I may be editing for needs me, assuming I work for them, and I hope I do, I want to, then I'll see like, can we agree to just every Friday to work together, or do I have to leave it open because of their needs? So that's what I want to wait for as well. I didn't know how to articulate it before. I'm just experimenting with ways to save money, and I finally got my Metro Bike app working because it's cheaper than riding scooters, and they have a discount now where you get a month of rides for $1. So I'm like, perfect. So I signed up for that. I was able to get it working, and I know I'm going to need those Metro bikes this month at the very least to go to meet that person I may edit for. It's going to be the perfect length to take a Metro bike, and I can take one right from where I live to right where they're going to be. Also, I have to see, but where the Metro bike stations are. But if there's one close to my doctor's office in Chinatown, I have an appointment there at the end of the month. I'll just take that to Chinatown instead of taking the Metro. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. That's the other thing. I'm trying to make more videos, make more money on YouTube. This is like the only time I have to make videos. I still have another video I want to edit, but I have to write first. Anyways, I think 5-day work weeks and even 8-hour work days are basically intolerable. 8 hours is ridiculous. By 6 hours, I've done pretty much everything I need to do. It was hotter than I expected. Again, experimenting with seeing if I take a protein shake 1 scoop of protein powder before breakfast, before my workout, and then putting the other one in my oatmeal. It makes any difference. My stamina, performance throughout the day, whatever. Also, I'm not going to watch Avatar 2. I'm sorry, I have absolutely no interest in watching it. It looks pretty. Nothing against people who made it. Like, I admire greatly what they've done. I only have so much admiration and respect for the work they put in, the integrity of it, trying to do these unproven things. That's all I feel about it. Just as far as the story, like, I have no interest in watching it. It could be the most amazing thing I will ever see in my life. I have no interest in watching it. It's great that they're pioneering technology, and it's not just technology. It's they're trying to convey emotion, and the actors are performing. And I hope, should I ever need this technology in my movies, I'll have the benefit of the research and designs that the people who worked on this movie came up with, but I will never see the movie. And I have to cut on my cheating on the weekends for my diet. That was ridiculous last weekend. If I'm going to cheat, I got to figure, make it food that I'm going to get nutrition from, At least like something like steak or chicken or something. A taco salad, not freaking dozen donuts. But again, the benefit of knowing what my macronutrient goals are a day, probably in like 2 days, the weight from those cheat meals will be gone. A lot of it's water weight. And back to the strict diet. But I'm enjoying my food, Enjoyed my oatmeal, enjoyed my protein powder. I gotta order some more soon. I order them online. $5:36, good, making good time. Forgot I should wash my hands with soap thoroughly before I floss. keep thinking my nose is tingly. Like, why is it tingling? And then I realize it's running. Whatever, leave that as my super creepy camera angle. Like the POV of someone who's dragged into like a horror movie's lair and they wake up and you're seeing it in the horror villains off screen. You hear him making some clanging noise. Ching! Ching! Oh, hello there, Richard. I've been watching you for a long time. Anyways, everyone, I gotta get going. I am looking forward to riding my bike to work. That's a great thing about having a bike over a car. I'm just more and more glad every day, every week to not be driving cars. I tried watching a video on somebody, Rich's Rebuilds, who rebuilds Teslas. It gave me such a headache after a while because I'm like, he's going through all this effort, this monstrous amount of effort. He's a cool guy. He's trying to do a service and fight Tesla to do it. But I'm like, or we could just, and he says this, he's like, look, don't buy EVs to be environmentally friendly. If you want to protect the environment, ride a bike. That's what he says. So I'm like, yeah, right on. And not just that, support public transportation. So I'm like, it just strikes me as such a headache-inducing waste. You can link a bunch of cars together on a train and transport thousands of people, and it's much more, of enriching experience and entertaining experience. Or you can be sealed into this steel and plastic box and pay for it and wear down the road. And so, anyways, it's absurd. So, and create all this additional pollution. And also dangerous. It's dangerous, so it's deadly. Over 40,000 people a year die on the roads. So, and over like 300 people did last year in LA. So, anyways, support transit projects. Give it a try. If you're not a transit user, just try it once to see what it's like. And if it's not good, tell the city about it. Tell the service, be like, hey, here's the improvements we need. We need more regular stops. We need more service. We need a protective bus stop. The metro needs to be cleaner, arrive faster, whatever. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.